Hey, this is King Simon. Remember, make sure you go to my website, KingSimonProductions.wordpress.com. That's KingSimonProductions.wordpress.com or Linktree at King Simon the Numerovation. Get all 4 of my books, and of course, that's the Numerovation for mental stability. Numbers are simple, people are complicated. Numbers are simple, children's health is important, and no promotion is bad promotion. Just spell my name right. Make sure you get them now on all my links. That's KingSimonProductions.wordpress.com. Go now.
History, say all they condemn us throughout slavery. They say we were black and very ugly. I lie them a telling of them history, cause black is beautiful, the whole of them agree. They come out of the mountains and mix up with seed. Here we go, my friends, in the black and white history. Yeah, it's black, 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 it's white, 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 but then we tell the story. Yes, it's black, black, it's white, white, but then we tell the story. May I go tell you little truth about the black histories. The people who can hear and those who can see. We're the first to come up with anatomy, to analyze the truth about we body. We're the first to come up with biology, to analyze the lives in the society. We're the first to come up with Egyptology, to construct the pyramids that you see. We're the first to come up with psychology, to analyze the minds in the vicinity. We're the first to come up with musicology, to put the rhythm on your soul and make it rock steady. Correction, my friends, with the black and white history. Yeah, it's black, 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 it's white, 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 but let we tell the story. Yes, it's black, 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 it's white, 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 but let we tell the story. Black and white story in my mind. Oh yeah, say we have to analyze it. Black and white story in my mind. Oh yeah, oh yeah. Black and white story in my mind. Oh yeah, say we have to analyze it. May I go tell you a little something about white history. Say all they condemn us throughout slavery. They say we were black and very ugly. I lie them, I tell enough of them history, cause black is beautiful, the whole of them agree. They come out of the mountains and mix up the sea. We go, my friends, in the black and white history. Yeah, it's black, 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 it's white, 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 but let we tell the story. Yes, it's black, black, it's white, white, but let me tell the story. May I go tell you a little truth about the black history. So the people who can hear and those who can see. We're the first to come up with anatomy, to analyze the truth about the way body. We're the first to come up with biology, to analyze the life in a society. We're the first to come up with Egyptology, to construct the pyramids that you see. We're the first to come up with psychology, to analyze the minds in the vicinity. We're the first to come up with psychology, to put the rhythm on your soul and make it rock steady. Correction, friends, in the black and white history. Yeah, it's not black, black. but let me tell the story. Yes, it's black, it's white, but let me tell the story. Black and white story in my mind.
Yes, greetings, family. Greetings, family. Greetings, family. How you feeling today? How you feeling? How you feeling? How you feeling? My goodness. Oh yeah, how you feeling? How you feeling? How you feeling today? Oh, we got a special guest on today. We got a special guest on today. Oh, man, make sure you share, like, and share again. Oh, yes. We got a special guest on our way today at 7 o'clock. That sister will be up live and direct right here on King Simon Presents. So want to make sure everybody's tuned in. Make sure you share and like. And our dear sister that's coming up has been featured, of course, on Precious, the movie, Preoccupied, the first Purge, first Match, Goldie, Mad, Orange is the New Black, also RHONDA Mitchell, MD, and of course, she's been featured on Def Jam Comedy, BET Comic View, of course, BET's Comic Views and the Famous Uptown Comedy Club, and so much more. So we're going to have a good time today with our beautiful sister that'll be coming up here momentarily, and she'll be here by at least 7 o'clock sharp Eastern Standard Time. Just want to remind y'all, coming up, of course, for Women's History Month. Women's History Month, this is what it is. Of course, we have the hypnotherapist Kendall Cobb coming in on March the 14th. On March the 17th, we got Audra Knight, creator and physicist Audrey Rumbers coming in. And then on March the 21st, we got acupuncturist and educator Dr. MJ coming in. And then on March the 24th, we got live and direct a Genesis spiritual teacher and tantric healer. Also on the 28th, we got a very special invited celebrity doctor coming up on March the 28th. And to close out March the 31st, we got naturopath and teacher Dr. Nalani Valentine. Let's show them some love. Let's give them some love. If I could find, where's my people that usually do my clapping? Where they at? All of a sudden they just want to disappear, and I ain't got no time for y'all disappearing when I got a show to run. You know what I'm saying? I got a show to run and they want to disappear. So let's get back to I think, because I paid them good money. I paid these people good money, and they want to show their backside. Like I said, tonight, we have this beautiful sister here. Tonight, we have this beautiful sister coming in, and this is a person that I adore immensely. You know, I adore this beautiful sister immensely. She and I have been good friends for over 20 years now. So this is going to be a very good show. And I want y'all to share, like at 7 o'clock. She'll be up momentarily. And we got her coming up. And of course, I want to just continue to remind people to keep on sharing and liking and supporting what we do on this channel. This is the channel for you to support and show your love. All right. Of course, just want to remind you, but instead of going to Super Chat, please use what I got up here. Let me take that off and then put this on right now. Let me show you. I see her backstage. We're going to put her up momentarily. We're going to get her on in a few seconds. So please, family, instead of using Super Chat, please use Cash App. That's right. Let's deal with the cash. I like Cash App, baby. It makes me some money. I love Cash App. Don't let me talk. I talk about money. When I talk about money, I talk about the money. And Super Chat ain't chatting to me at this time. So I leave Super Chat alone. So if you do want to get to my Cash App, let me show y'all the Cash App. Of course, there's the Cash App. That's $King Simon 3158. Do not use Super Chat, as you can see. And I'm going to scroll this on the bottom momentarily. But the person that I got coming up next, oh my goodness, it's now 7 o'clock. She is a dear friend of mine for many moons. And she was introduced to me by a dear friend who transitioned some years ago, a good friend of mine who we shared a stage together, we shared radios together. We've hung out in clubs together. Of course, the dear Monteria Ivy, our dear late great friend Monteria Ivy, and she has, due to Monty and Monty loving her so much, he put her on the great stages of New York City, Uptown Comedy Club. She's been on Def Comedy Jam, BET's Comic View, and she has been, like I said, on the world famous Uptown Comedy Club and many other clubs throughout New York City and across the West and the East Coast. And she's also been one of the cast members on Precious, Preoccupied, the first Purge, first Match, Goldie, Mad, Orange is the New Black, reoccurring character, and of course, and RHONDA Mitchell, and much more. So without further ado, family, I want y'all to welcome on King Simon Presents for the first time. And I wish it was even shorter. I wish I would have had on from before, but I love this sister immensely. I want y'all to give a well-deserved round of applause to the one, the only, Muga!
Hi, Simon. Hi, how are you? I tried to fix my chair beforehand. I look like I'm still not correct. But good evening. Good evening, everybody. Hi.
Don't worry about it, Booger. Don't worry. I'm trying to fix my chair, and I'm still not correct.
Listen, at least you have a chair. Some people don't even have a chair, so we all right.
Girl, some people don't even have a backside to sit on. That's
exactly.
How you been, Mugga? How you been?
I'm good. I was happy to be invited on, so I want to say thank you for having me and remembering me.
Well, you know, I had Sync on a couple of months ago, and
my big brother.
Yeah, our big brother. That's right. Our big. You know, Sync knew me since I was like 8 years old. That's crazy. Yeah, because he used to play ball. He used to play basketball with my older cousins back in the day.
Okay.
So they all go back, and he said I used to try to kick him in the shin. I swear, I don't know if I did that or not.
So you knew Sync more moons than you knew me, because you had a lot of moons in front. I was like, I ain't that old now. You said many moons. I cut off at the third moon. I cut you off here.
You tried to.
Stop telling people's business.
I know, right? But before we start y'all off, I want y'all to just hear this quick clip of our dear sister. I'm going to put you.
You didn't tell me you were doing that.
I got a clip. I got to put you in the clip. And I'm going to put you in the background real quick. I want y'all to hear this clip of my beautiful sister. Hold on one second. And this was done at the Apollo Theater. Hear this, family. Hear this.
Look the other way. So you found out thugs don't pay no bills. They don't pay no bills. First of all, a lot of them nowadays ain't even thugs. They just thug byproducts. A lot of them think because they look a certain way that makes them a thug. Wear their pants off their ass. That don't make you a thug. That make you a fool. Pull up your fucking pants. Some of them think because they wear Timberland boots that makes them a thug. Those are work boots. You don't work nowhere. You didn't lay no bricks. You didn't put up no sheetrock. Put on some shoes that go with the shit you did today. Put on some hush puppies and shut the fuck up. You don't have shit to say, son. I don't have big titties either. And I had a guy try to make me feel bad about not having big tits. He complained. Talking about, oh, yo, titties are too small. You need a Wonder bra, make your tits look bigger. I said, you need a Wonder condom. Make your dick look bigger. Oh, I wonder where he got that from.
Give her a applause. Hold on. Give her a round of applause for Boogie. Let me give her.
I can't believe you did that. I can't believe you. You got me blushing.
Because I remember that joke. Oh my
Lord.
goodness.
I do too. Wow. It's different when you hear it. When you hear you and you cringe. You're like, oh Lord. I thought about my grandmother while I was listening. I was like, oh, glad mama's not here to hear it. Wow.
Yo, Muga, you have
Set
been
me up, Simon.
Hey, no, look, Muga, you've been an extraordinary talent for years, man. And I personally think you've not been rated the way you're supposed to be personally, because I've watched you grow up into this, man. I watch you, you know, like I said, I mentioned our dear friend Monteria Ivy, who loved you immensely.
Absolutely.
And he just wanted to see you on stage, do your thing, man, and work it out, man. Now, tell us, let's go back a little. Now, the name Muga, because I remember this story. The name Muga, who did that name Muga come from, please?
My daddy. That's a nickname. Yeah. Allegedly, it made me stop crying when I was little. So Muga took the place of whatever else they gave me, and it stuck. It stuck. So I use it in everything. It's who I am, and it's who I've been for many moons.
See, you went past the 3 moons.
Many. Yeah, I throw in 1 extra moon for myself. Mind your business.
Now was your father a comedian or a very funny person back in?
He was very witty. He's very witty, and so is my mom. So I noticed that when I was young. I was like, he got a quick wit, and I didn't know that I inherited it. And I had a very funny aunt who's 10 years older than me. So she was more like a big sister. Right. My Aunt Janelle, and she was like Mom's Mabley or something to me. I was like, she just says anything, and it's hilarious. I don't think I'm supposed to be listening to this. So I was very quiet. People don't understand. I was very shy when I was young and in high school. But with her, being that she would say anything around me, I would be funny around her. So I was privately funny. People who knew me were like, "You are so crazy." I'm like, I don't talk to everybody, but okay. And yeah, that she still encourages me to this day. So shout out to Aunt Janelle in Maryland. Thank you. You've met her.
Yes, she is hilarious, and your mother also. Oh my goodness.
That's your homegirl. That's your friend.
Every time I have to talk to her when you're around her, because
her boyfriend.
You remember she traveled on that bus together? We was going to that. I think it was a craft festival. One of those things we was going on.
In Maryland. Let me tell you a quick crazy story about your friend, my mother.
Yes.
I remember the hotel we were staying in.
Right.
And I went upstairs before she did. And she came in the hotel room. She's like, "Why didn't you come back downstairs? We were partying. People were looking for you." I was like, "I just wanted to lay down." And she says to me, "It was some fine guys on the elevator talking to me."
Yeah.
There was no elevator in that hotel. It was 1 flight of stairs, and it was like a flat, like a 1-story thing in Maryland. I was like, "Ma, there's no there's no elevator in here." So she must have been standing somewhere. I don't know who had my mother that night, but I'm still after a few guys that went on that bus ride. She swears she was on the else. There's no elevator in here. This is a 1 level. To walk up it was like 8 stairs to walk up to, and that's where the rooms were. There was no alternative. So I didn't know what happened to my mother. That was that story. And somebody gave us some cheap champagne. So I think there's an investigation 30 years later, 20 years later, right?
Yeah, about 20, 25 years. Yeah, about that.
She had fun though. She had fun.
You know, and that was so good to see that your mother has been such a great support for you. Especially during the comedy era, and especially being in a male-dominated field.
Yeah.
As you know. Now, how was that? Because you came up right in along that time, you know, Uptown Comedy Club, those places there. You know how it was. Tell us about that journey, from that journey, coming up that during that time.
Well, actually, I had been invited up to the Uptown Comedy Club by Will Sylvans.
Yeah, Will Sylvans, right.
And back in the day, I used to work at this store called the Body Shop, not an auto body shop, but the body shop with all the lotions and stuff in the village. So he would come in looking for stuff, and I would help him around. And I guess I was making him laugh. And he was like, "You should come to the Uptown Comedy Club on Sunday nights and watch me perform." So first he invited me to watch him. And he kept coming in the store. He's like, "You should get on. You should get on. You're funny." And it was kind of like the dare or push to do it one Sunday night. And so I started traveling up there on Sunday nights. I met Monteria Ivy, and he was just, you know, my heart, my confidence, my mentor, my everything. And he pushed me. Right. And the rest is history. It was one Super Bowl Sunday night at the Uptown Comedy Club. And I'm not saying the year.
Come on now.
I'm not saying the year. I'm not saying. No, thank you.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
But that Uptown Comedy Club was definitely a battle, a ground where a lot of people developed. You know, I mean, Dean Edwards, talent, saying all of y'all. I remember because I was in
Mike Epps, Tracy Morgan, Leslie, everybody came through. That was home for most New York comedians from Brooklyn, Queens, Manhattan, and then anybody who came from all over the country. You lining up to go on to Uptown Comedy, to perform in the Uptown Comedy Club. So it was a big deal, and it was definitely male dominated. I mean, there was Sherry Sinclair, Rhonda Fowler, me. I don't want to leave anybody out, so I don't want to start saying names. But there were
Monique also. Monique was there.
Monique came through. But it was a handful of us. It was a handful of us. Yeah.
Yes, it was. I remember that because at that time I was in the Nation of Islam, I believe. Yeah, and we was doing security for that place, the Nation of Islam. And
also the FOI did security for that Comedy Jam.
Yes, the Def Comedy Uptown. Yes, that's right. The Def Comedy. That's right. They always, and I was glad we had that connection with that community and working, and that's what made me meet you and various other people. Even what's the guy that used to wear the wings on the propeller on his hat?
That was Tracy Morgan.
That was Tracy. Yes.
That was Tracy, the little beanie hat with the colors. Yes.
I thought it was cool. I thought it was cool, Bubba Ice.
No, Bubba had on a big Joker hat and a matching outfit.
Right.
Bubba had elaborate outfits. He's more elaborate. Yeah. Tracy just had the hats.
But look what's happening now. I see you on television. Tracy's on television. Everybody is just Donnell Rollins. All of these people are just.
It's a good time. It's a good moment. Yeah, I'm excited because if it weren't, I mean, the COVID thing is one thing, but it seems like whatever people have been doing in quarantine, a lot of folks have been honing the craft and still hustling. I know I've been writing and reading scripts, and people are still doing things so that we are ready when things open back up fully. But things are still being shot, and you just have to go through a lot of COVID protocol. There's a lot of testing. There's a lot of, almost keeping track of you.
Right.
In terms of you going in and out of the set. And even when you show up to a set on the same day, even if they tested you before, they test you 15 minutes before they let you in the bill upstairs. So.
Oh, wow. It's like that.
Yeah.
Is that?
This is my first time. I got called back to my show Manifest. So I'll be shooting that in another week or two. So.
Congratulations.
Thank you. I thought they killed me off. I was like, hey, call me back. I must be dead. But it's not a good time. It's not a good time to kill off a black lady anywhere.
No, not this day and time. You better not be killing off our sisters.
I will call Kamala. I will call Stacey. Everybody. I said, they killed me. I was the only one. I got lost.
I know you got that connection. You got that connection. One thing about, people think it's easy to get on that stage, and that's one of the hardest professions to really get on stage and do it. I mean, they used to say that public speaking was one of the hardest for getting before the public. Some people would rather be in the grave than be on a stage speaking before the public.
Oh yeah.
So, so tell us about your development into this and how did it just become a love that you not only took it into the comedy world all over different places, but also you decided to go into acting. What was that transition like?
That's the fallacy. I was always an actress first. I was an actress when I was a teenager. Comedy came second. I love to clear it up whenever I can because people are like, oh, she's a stand-up and now she's starting to do film and no, that was my love. But because I met Monty and Will, I got sidetracked into comedy. Which wasn't a bad thing. But I was acting and dancing when I was younger. And then when I did go to school, I went to Mega Evers in Brooklyn. What's up, Mega?
Mega!
There were public speaking classes there. So I was shy off a stage, but I realized once I got onto a stage, there was power in holding the microphone. And I remember one of the times my mom came to see me, I think it was at the Boston Comedy Club. And I took my shoes off. I had on high heels. I took my shoes off. I sat them on the stool and she loved that. And I started talking and she, at the end of the show, after everybody laughed, what have you, she's like, people listen to you. She said, as soon as you hit the stage, it got very quiet. People pay attention. So that helps. And when you're trying to get people to follow a story, to get to the end, to get to a joke.
Right.
Because the up front part is just the bringing them in. You know what I mean? Okay, I got to convince you to laugh at yourself at the end of this conversation. So I was good at that. I suck people in. I smile. You tell a little joke. You pull people along. Pull them up. Next thing you know, they're laughing at themselves. So I'm like, okay, I can do that. That's part of it's a craft. Anybody who thinks they can get up there and do it and it's easy just because you make your friends laugh or your family laugh, good luck with that.
I tell you, one time Monty wasn't able to make it to a show that we produced, and it was packed, and I had to go up there and do half.
Like it felt like 90 minutes and it was 90 seconds. Oh man!
Because I'm known as a comedic MC, but I'm the holding the crowd like that. It is a real energy. It's a lot of energy, and like I said,
a lot of moving parts.
Yes, and I'm so glad that one or two of the comedians popped in so I could bring them right on. You know, I think it was A.G. White and I think I forgot who else was coming up. I think what's his face? The one Du Bois, Stanley Du Bois. I think it was. I think
Du Bois. That's what I said, Stanley.
Yeah. He was one of the comedians, and I'm glad I recognized him. And I guess I told everybody, hold on, got the DJ playing, and I was ready to put it because I was sweating bullets up there. So it's not an easy job.
I know it wasn't. And see, back in the days, especially in the 90s, going into the 2000s, the Black comedy explosion was still hot. It was still about it. You know what I mean? People do clubs 2 or 3 times a night in Manhattan. Every bar. Comedy almost after work comedy here, after work comedy there. Talent's doing this, Will's doing that, AG's doing this. You could work 2 or 3 shows in the middle of a week. I'm talking a Tuesday or Wednesday night. So it was something happening, and these places were packed, and people were making money and spending it. It was a totally different world. World.
Right.
We used to be special.
Y'all jumping from club to club like strippers.
Yes, exactly. And then with going, like traveling to different states and stuff. I mean, it was a time when you traveled and you didn't pay for anything.
Yes, right.
You didn't have to worry about a plane ticket. You didn't have to worry about a hotel. Now it's like people call you to come do a show and like, how many miles do you have? I'm like, why? Why do you need my miles? It almost feels like we're a dime a dozen now. And there are a lot of people, I don't want to go off into another thing, but
I understand.
I'm an old one. I'm from back in the days when we had to earn our keep and we had to pay a lot of dues. There's a lot of nights of not getting paid. There was nights of shootouts and you just was glad to get out. Like, my God, where's the promoter? Pow, pow.
Yeah, he gone with the money. He gone.
Simon, in Brooklyn.
Yeah.
We did comedy in pool halls, barbershops, basements. Wherever you get a crowd, people willing to pay a few dollars, you got a show.
That's right. That's right.
Yeah.
That's right. Please, family, like, and share this video because we have our great actress. I'm glad I put actress first and then comedian.
Yes,
actress,
comedian.
Yeah, you just explained it. Make sure you show us some Cash App love. That's $, Adinkra. Of course, $, Adinkra. Y'all know their Adinkra symbol, so stop playing. All y'all out there. Oh my God, you better support these.
It's going to Africa for the kids.
Exactly.
I'm gonna send it for the foo-foo. Foo-foo money.
Right. And don't forget, you can follow her on Instagram at Just Muga and, of course, Facebook at Muga.Phoenix. Now, we just seen a great show after 33 years because I know there's a lot of your friends in there.
Yes,
even the other friends. And the Coming to America, I wish somebody like you was in it, tell you the truth also. I wish you was
in it. Me too. We got the same wishes.
Exactly.
I was happy to see all of us in it. It was a beautiful big moment. I was happy to see Leslie representing and Wesley. I mean, I don't know him personally, but we know that's the man. I used to carry a picture of Wesley Snipes in my wallet. I was young. Oh my God. Yes. I was a teenager. Oh my goodness. I was in love. Everybody else was still in the Denzel phase. I didn't get into Denzel till later.
That's right.
Like so, but to find out how funny he is.
Yes.
He's hilarious. The character, I'm just like, he is off the chain. I want to see that general in something else. I want to see that guy again.
General Easy.
Yeah.
You know, I know one of Wesley's martial arts trainer because I was in that field for In the Nation and all that, because Steve Muhammad was one of his trainers, Lamar Thornton, Grandmaster Lamar Thornton, Master Mo, who I've had on this show, Mahalia. He does his own martial arts movies and stuff. A brother that lives in Harlem. He was Wesley's bodyguard. So I'm like 6-7 degrees away, and I met Wesley I met him twice, but we was at the Masters of the Martial Arts back in '98, and you know who was hosting that? DC Curry and Sinbad.
Love DC, yes,
and Sinbad. Both of them was hosting that. Yeah,
that's
so
awesome. Yeah, I met him twice too. Yeah, I met him twice too. I met him in a club with a friend, and he was super cool. And then I met him in Fort Greene years ago. He was in the park with his kids. And I had my nephew in the park with my sister, and they were playing, and he was just chatting with us and just cool.
Right, he had a brownstone right over there near Fort Greene. That's right. I remember. That's right. Yep. You know, Denzel had a house around that area too back in the day.
I'm sure everybody had a piece of the stone. Now it's different.
Word. And
it's different.
Yeah, real different. I mean, this type of different.
Yes, and $5 cup of coffee different. I was like, how much?
$5 coffee.
$5. It's gourmet. It's gourmet.
I'm sorry, girl. I'm going to buy my coffee and then bring it back and make it myself. That's how I do it.
Exactly. It's, some of the changes I do welcome, but being a Brooklynite originally, like you see changes that are pushing people out of the community, which made it a community. Now we just have a bunch of different neighborhoods, and that's the part that I have a problem with. The people who built the community, we went through whatever situations with drugs and blight and stress and people losing homes and stuff, but most people fought to keep what they had, and a lot of people got pushed out. A lot of people were pushed out, and some of it was criminal. I said it.
No, that's good that you said that, because people think, I remember asking Bill Cosby and Dick Gregory a question on how when I was on WWRL radio 1600 AM, and I asked him a question about how do you stay relevant as a comedian in this business, and he said read. Both of them said read. You have to read and be able to turn what you read into something that's substantial on the stage. We all know how Bill Cosby felt about Def Jam and all that. Yeah. You still have to read, and I still respect his legacy. I don't respect but I respect. So tell us about that.
I have so many thoughts. I have a lot of things that I can't say that I want to say. And yes, even though they're trying to destroy it at the end of his life, in my opinion, his legacy that helped us grow and helped us navigate the world in a different way will always be respected. That part of him and what he did for us, yes. Because I'm not going to only remember that these accusations led to this 80-something-year-old man sitting in prison.
That's right.
Okay.
That's right.
And the man who ran this country for 4 years will probably never see the inside of a prison. The biggest criminal. Yeah.
You have to never seen it. You have to never seen it.
Absolutely not. Absolutely not. A bunch of them haven't.
I stayed at the it was once called the Playboy Hotel a few years ago, right here in Miami. I stayed, because I'm in Florida right now.
So, I didn't know that. Okay.
Yeah, I'm in Florida right now. Just staying away from the cold until I come back during the summer. I mean,
no Jamaican can't take this cold. I'll try. I bought a few. You can't. You try. I'll see you in July.
I'll actually be back by April, because my mother's birthday is in April, so I'll be back up there by April.
Okay, that's so.
But I stayed. The story is I stayed at the Playboy, once called the Playboy Hotel, off of Collins Avenue. And I'm here in the room, and it's one of the older rooms back, and I'm here, so I'm like, damn, I'm wondering if Bill and these guys was in this room.
You never know. If the walls could talk, right? If the walls can talk, you never know.
But it was definitely the old Playboy Hotel, and they had all the paraphernalia in the restaurant area, showing what Hugh Hefner was doing in all the newspaper write-ups. Wow. So, but he
Different
has never,
lifetime.
different lifetime, different era, of course. And of course, you know, as far as comedy is concerned, you know, we know that there's comedy and tragedy. And I realized studying the history of a lot of comedians that they had a tumultuous family or life prior to going on the stage. What do you say about those comedians that have gone through it in their life and had to put it on stage or say what they had to say on stage? What do you say about that?
I think most comedians deal with the trauma through comedy. Most of us may not speak of it in our comedy, but what pushes you to want to talk, because it's still a therapeutic process, want to move people to laugh. Personally, for me, because I didn't have a horrible life, but I've had trials and tribulations like most people. And my thing was to literally to hear somebody laugh, men, women, children, that always made me feel good inside. Even before I was a comedian, I knew it was stress relief, and people had a smile on their face. So being a comedian who may have experienced tons of trauma or some level of trauma, I think all of us speak through the microphone, through the stage, to the stranger. We bring the stranger to an understanding. They say, okay, I can identify with that, and I can laugh at it. And there's power in that, and there's also healing in it. I think it's healing on both sides, to the comedian and to the audience.
Yes.
It sounds simple. People simplify it, like, oh, you're a comedian. No, there's something to it when you're doing it as a craft, not just as a pastime.
That's right. That's right. And you, I'm sure you and I have admired the greats like Richard Pryor and Moms Mabley and all the great Red Fox and all the great ones. Who was Mugga's inspiration before she decided to get into let's say acting and then comedy also? Who was your inspiration in acting and then comedy? Because you was an actress first.
You know, as a little girl, I was always fascinated, and this is how I said it, and this is how I understood it. I was fascinated by seeing Black people in the TV. I saw a Black lady on TV and a Black man. I was like, it would be Diane Carroll or Diana Ross and Mahogany and Billy D. Williams and things like that. I'm little, I'm young, but the beautifulness of those people who look like me, I hate that look like me phrase, but really, this is what mesmerized me as a child. And they were telling stories that were familiar to my life. Maybe not exactly my life, but I would see my mom or my dad in a character, an uncle or an aunt I could identify. And it was a Black person. I love seeing Madge Sinclair on Trapper John. I know people don't know what that is. It was a million years ago.
Wow.
And I picked up even then. Not only was she a Black lady, she was Caribbean. I hear a little
right.
So the Jamaican, and so all that stuff mattered to me when I was a kid, a child, and it just always drew me to television. Good Times, the comedies, also the Jeffersons. When I saw the comedy on TV, that really was like, oh wow. And then you see people who weren't always poor. You had Good Times; they were broke. They barely had a good time because James got laid off every week. I never seen nobody get laid off so much. They call your wife and tell you got laid off. You get home from work and they done called and Florida said, James, you got laid off. Damn. Oh, that's when he died. He might as well have got laid off. But I'm saying that, seeing that, I could identify. And again, it was a Black father in a home. See, because they try to portray, again, the same stereotypes. So nothing wrong with a single Black mom, but people had fathers. We have fathers too.
Exactly.
And to see the Jeffersons, to see George Jefferson, he was just foul mouth. He didn't care, and he had money, and he was Black, and he would tell white people off. I was like, this is great. This is awesome. So you see these characters and you see these different portrayals, and I had a connection and understanding to these people because they were Black people. It was exciting. And I didn't only like Black people because in terms of comedy, I was a big Joan Rivers fan. Joan Rivers used to have a show.
Yes, you
and
did.
I was actually, and Carol Burnett, and then Whoopi came for me. But Richard Pryor, I love the storytelling. When I would sneak and listen to Richard Pryor, that's the one that always I think of Tony Woods when I think of Richard because of that style of storytelling. Right. I love it. Again, you take a person on a ride, when you bring them in, beginning, middle, joke.
Yes.
When you get people to your joke after telling a story, after adding in some truth, and after making them feel comfortable,
Mm-hmm.
you let your guard down and you laugh and have a good time. And our work is done. Even if everybody doesn't laugh, you want most of the people to laugh. And when you got that, you're doing your job.
That's right. That's right. No, you're absolutely right. Those that are just tuning in, please, please, please don't let me sound like James Brown in here. Like, come up and share the video. Share the video. Show your love, people. Of course, look at her Cash App. Of course, $ Adinkara. Of course, hit her up on IG. Follow on IG and also Facebook. And of course, you can hit me up, King Simon, on everything. Matter of fact, you can Google us nowadays. But back in the day, we didn't have Google. We had Google out nowadays.
Yes.
You know,
that's good stuff.
Mugga, it's so interesting about how life has gone through, especially even watching this Coming to America, and even thinking about the moms who was the queen in the movie.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? And I'm
it was her again. That's Madge Sinclair from. That's the same lady. Yes, right. Yes.
And when
she's not with us anymore. But.
No, she's not with us. Her and people like Cicely Tyson and people like Pam Grier, who's still alive. Yes. Pam Grier was my. I love watching them on film.
Absolutely.
Back in the day. As sexy as it was, I had a teacher that looked just like Pam Grier, and I used to love. This is my kindergarten teacher.
Awesome.
I love this teacher.
That's where it started. See, that's where it started. So you got that fix when you were a young man.
Yes.
And it's not it wasn't I have a story to relate to it, but it wasn't about liking the person as, in a sexual way. But my first Black teacher, Miss Turner, she was a beautiful Black lady, and she was my first Black teacher. So all the Black kids thought she was their mom. We all just would get on Miss Turner's nerves because we hadn't experienced that before. Yes. So it matters to see that, and then to have little boys, Googling and loving their teeth. I think that's really cute.
She had a big afro. She looked good. Awesome. Her name was Miss Hughes. I never forget this lady's name. And she looked like Pam Grier. And I love Pam Grier. I always loved Pam Grier since I was a child. And that's
awesome.
And that is such a beautiful, because some of the influence of that makes all of us is the teachers that we've had in our life, our family, our parents. How you can talk about your great dad in the ancestral realm, and your mom, and those that are still alive, and
the
your
village.
Cousin. The village. That's right. So, and that's important, and that's what is so important. That's why I know. I've talked to you privately, so I know how intelligent you are with a lot of information. You're very informed, and even when you you are, and I always call you the master number because you're born under that master number. Everybody on here know I'm the numerologist. So I'm the
I know.
That's what I do. So I always encourage her, and she knows I'm always trying to encourage her to write this or do that, and she and I tell people about how great you are and how much I love you immensely. I said this, and I said to her. I said to let me tell y'all, audience, she's seen something in me that I didn't even see in myself years ago. She had asked me years ago to manage her, and I just did not feel that I was worthy to manage her. I really didn't feel that.
That's crazy. As busy as you were.
Yes, as busy as I was. And I probably would have been good, but I was into booking SOBs, doing all this reggae stuff and all that. But I wasn't good, because usually a good manager is one that would have gone all out. And I was that person that would have gone out for you, because you definitely was someone that I wanted to make you part of the team, like make you do this. You sync, Fig. I always love to have, especially when Monty transition. I love the combination. Will, all of y'all, man. Because
that's why I asked. I was like, this guy, he's like the Jamaican James Brown. He is working and hustling constantly. I knew I'd have work if you could just know that I was on your roster. I would be working constantly, because I was like, I don't know when this guy sleeps. I don't know when he slept. But I was honored. I mean, I trusted and believed in you. That's why I asked, and I still trust and believe in you. And I appreciate your encouragement throughout my entire career. Absolutely. The ups and downs, and even when you tell me stuff that I didn't listen to, I still retained, and I'm like, I'm opening up nuggets now. Like I'm gonna tell you some stuff when we get off the air. Some things happen.
No, I know there's things. I'm reading your numbers. I already know there's things. Believe me. And you know what's so funny? My real last name is Brown. So go.
Okay, see, Mr. Brown, Mr. Brown.
So my real last name is Brown.
Giving out your governments. Okay,
yes. Simon is one of my middle names, so it is what it is.
Hear you.
So
he said one of my middle names. See, we got Jamaicans got a bunch of jobs and a bunch of names.
Don't forget the children.
Yes. What's your name, Simon? What's your whole name?
It's actually, I said it before. It's Tyrone Anthony Simon Brown.
Tyrone
Anthony. I hated that name, Anthony. I hated that name.
Oh, you didn't like Anthony. Okay.
No, I didn't like Tyrone. I hated that name.
You didn't like Tyrone? Why?
Because Tyrone, I knew, well, energetically from a mathematical, numerical point of view, it's one of my challenge numbers it's connected to. But Tyrone, look what it ended up to be. The crackhead. You got to call Tyrone.
I didn't hear you. I'm sorry.
Can you hear me?
That's no reason to not like Tyrone. Your mom gave you Tyrone, or your dad gave you Tyrone.
My mom named me Tyrone.
I didn't make your mom. See, it's not a bad name. It's not like it'd be connected to a lot of negativity just because of stereotypes. Like I would assume you had a middle name Lloyd or Donovan or Dexter or Harrington or Covington. None of that. None of that. Silver.
But what's so funny, Anthony is a very known name in Jamaica. Anthony.
Get out of here. Okay.
Moses Anthony Davis is Beanie Man.
Right. I know Tony Rebel is Anthony.
Tony Rebel, Anthony Rebel. Yes, right. Anthony. Yes, Anthony,
those are the only three. Those are the only three Jamaican Anthonys.
No, and my father was Anthony. There's a whole bunch of them when you go into their history. You find all the Anthonys in there. They love that Anthony. Okay. And I understand, but before we get off, I don't know if anybody have any questions on here. Let me see if they got any questions. Okay, people sending money. Okay, I like that, Dreamwise. Thank you very much. That's right. Thank you very much. Joe Rivers. Okay, I'm big enough, but I want y'all to send her Cash App. Please send her Cash App. It's right there on the screen. That's what I want y'all to send her love.
It's all good. This is your show. I'm on your show. They should send it to you. I'm on your show. I told you I got my job back.
You're my guest, but every little bit counts. Every little bit counts as far as
there's no such thing as a little bit these days, especially with what everybody's going through. There's no such thing as a little bit, and everything is appreciated wherever you send it, because we're coming up out of some tough stuff. And I said we're coming up out of it because we are spiritually, not just because the stimulus checks are coming.
$1,400. Everybody ready?
I've been waiting 14 months for $1,400. What is don't get me started? I mean, I'm gonna take it.
Exactly. I know you take it.
They should be ashamed of themselves, but I'm gonna still take it. If I wake up and it's in my account, be like, thank you.
That's right.
That's right. This is where we are. We made it through. I'm just grateful to be here and grateful to still have our connection. And I hope it's not my last time here. I've enjoyed it myself. I've enjoyed it myself. And I've enjoyed you, and I thank you for always. You've been consistent. You've been one of the most consistent men in my life that I don't sleep with.
Well, exactly. Thank you very much. So we know.
You talk about call Tyrone. See, call Anthony Simon Tyrone Brown Johnson Jackson.
You Tyrone. Yo, but. One more question before I get you all down. You've been on all these great films and reoccurring acts, of course, and Orange is the New Black and all that, and now you got Manifest that you're doing. And you got more. What are the other? Where do we see Mugga's legacy? Where do you see a legacy later on in the next 10 to 20 years? Where do you see yourself?
A solid film and television career, not just a reoccurring character. I'd like to be a cast member / series regular on a hit TV show. I don't just want to be third black lady to the left. I'd like to be a more prominent character, and definitely to do more films like The Purge. I really enjoyed doing that, and I didn't know I was part of the horror film genre as a comedian, but I was able to bring a comedic elements to that character. So I was happy to get that down. I look forward to doing more stuff like that. Things that challenge me, because that challenged me. I was like, yeah, so I didn't think I could do what they said, and I was given freedom by the director because I was able to write most of what I did say and use. And I have to tell that story because I loved it. It was a brother director, Gerard McMurray. And he was like this, you know, if you find something in the script that's not funny or to your liking or you're not comfortable with, do what you need to do. And I did. And I was like, oh, wow, I'm spoiled. I get to say this. No, but it was a really awesome experience, because prior to that, most people know me for the 3 lines in Precious from 12 years ago. So I'm like, she's fried chicken lady. I'm like, no, I'm a thespian. I've done other things. It's like, you know, so I appreciate any and all love and anybody being supportive of me, because you don't have to watch me. You can turn the channel or watch something different. And I'm grateful for anybody who chooses to spend their time with me on screen. In a comedy club. I hope we get back to doing comedy soon, and I hope we're back to a place where we can be comfortable and safe and get that healing again as well.
Well, you know, before you leave, I want to say that, you know, thank you very much for even allowing me to be in your presence, and
thank you.
In any capacity, especially around your mom and relatives. You've always just shared her openly with me, and when you're with her, you always just give the phone over to her, you know,
because she's always talking in the back. She loves her some Simon, and she just remembers that and remembers you. And you got a chance to say hi to her a few weeks ago, so that really made her day.
A few weeks ago. And as far as mathematically this year, this you're going into a number 9-year frequency, which from an 8 to a 9, which is money. Yes, money cycle, but also it's a higher level cycle. As long as you keep your mind on a higher thought pattern and always meditate on staying on that higher level. That's where the 9 represents universal love, peace, happiness, and success. But you always don't second guess yourself. That's all I can tell you. Don't second guess your powers. If it's good for Muga and it's good for your family and your well-being, do it. Like Michael Jordan used to say, just do it. Just do it.
Just do it. You know, I'm listening with both ears and my heart, because I know you don't just tell me no junk. And I appreciate that. I'm in a space too. I'm always in a space of analyzing and figuring out. And you know me, so you chime right in, and I love the number 9, even though
but my spiritual thing, but you know, what's so funny, 9 is connected to the Scorpion energy. So that's good.
That's
why that works.
Don't be telling people I'm a Scorpio. Don't be telling them already.
I told it already.
People get ideas.
When it's not even like that. It's just that Scorpions come with the passion. And they're very.
I don't even see it. I don't even know. I just be like, "What are you talking about? I want to be the Bible."
It's not what they say. It's really about your passion, not what they're saying as far as sexual. It's really passion that Scorpions have.
And I appreciate that. I can appreciate that. I'll get with that.
Anything you do comes with passion, but I appreciate you much, my dear. I want to give you a well-deserved round of applause, of course, for just being.
Can I do one thing before I get off?
Yes, please.
I have to stand up a little and show my dress and give my homage to the Queen Mother, Nina Simone.
Oh, Nina Simone! That's my round of applause. Her birthday was February 21st.
That's my muse. She's my muse, and that's my love. I love her. That's my queen. So the spirit of her keeps me going, and it's more than just the dress. She was amazing, and her legacy is just part of what keeps me going.
That's right. I just watched a documentary a few months ago. Very nice documentary. Very good.
Which one? What happened, Miss Simone?
Yes, what happened, Miss Simone?
Yeah. It made me cry, and the struggle.
Yes,
it's just a lot. It's a lot, but we do a lot, and we make it look beautiful, because that's what Black folks do.
That's what we do.
We make whatever they throw at us beautiful.
That's right. But I'm so appreciative of you again, and give your mom some love, and your aunt and everybody, your brother, of course. Tell your brother and your sister them I send my greetings to you, and of course.
I will. Thank you, brother. I appreciate you. All the best for you.
All the best for you. Thank you, sister.
All right. Thank you.
All right, peace. That's our great one, Muga. That's right, Muga Phoenix in the building. The great Muga. Please, family, please give her a round of applause. Everybody put that number 1 up. Put B1, or put B9 because she got that 9 energy. Put B9 up. Put B9 up. Show us some love. Put that B9 up. B9 for our beautiful energy that just came through. Again, if you want to show her some love, show our sister love, actress and comedian. Cash App is $Adinkara. That's called ADINKARA. That's ADINKARA. Follow her on Instagram at Just Muga and Facebook at Muga Phoenix. Please show her some love. She has been a great elegant, and she didn't even have to sell herself in this comedy or this acting world. She worked hard for it. Believe that. And I know her for years. Like I said earlier, she wanted me to manage her, and I just didn't believe in myself at that period of time in the 90s when she asked me to manage her. So, and yes, I would have been definitely a great asset as far as managing, because I'm when I get into something and get into making things happen, people know me. I make things happen. That's why, and it's important. And I hope everybody looked at my my video that I put up this morning at 11:11, because I spoke about the numerovational menu of life. Numerovational menu. So if you get a chance, either y'all can get it on Numerovation at the Numerovation Nation, or y'all can get it on King Simon Present. I pre-taped it because I wanted to be focused and I didn't want people to send me all kind of birthday stuff. But I dropped it about our life being a menu of different things in our life. When you look at a menu, they have a breakfast menu, they have a lunch menu, they have a dinner menu. Sometimes you have all you can eat. Sometimes you have sides. Sometimes you have combos. That is all of us if you understand the numbers and how to use it. And like I said, she's a master number. I just tell master numbers, anybody born under the master number 11, I just tell them, please don't second guess your abilities and your talents and your insight. Because when you find a divine insight in you and decide to put it out in front of you to give you that guidance, there's nothing that a number 11 can't accomplish. Nothing. Taraji P. Henderson is in a number 11. Minister Farrakhan is a number 11. Elephant Man, the reggae artist, is a number 11. See, people not paying attention. Terrence Howard is a number 11. So when you understand that energy of the 11, man, there's so much you can do if you become the indecisiveness and the second guessing of yourself. So master numbers, all master numbers, 11 and 22, as far as on the calendar date, always have to pay attention to those certain nuances when it comes to their power, because with great power comes great responsibility in that. And that's why you must have a responsible tongue, a responsible attitude, a responsible guide. Whatever entails to keep you responsible is important. And as I call in my system of numerovation, master number potentials, people born on the 10th, the 20th, or the 30th of the month. Pay attention to all those things, because that 0 adds potential to keep you stronger, keep you understanding what's going on. But 0 also adds extremities. So anytime you're a master number potential, until you reach that master number level, look at Rihanna. She's born on the 20th of the month. Look at Danny Pina. He is a billionaire maker born on the 10th of the month. You know what I'm saying? Look at people, Mike Tyson, born on the 30th of the month. He's done all the stuff he's done in his life. He's still coming out shining. Mike Tyson. And he's a number 30th. So I just showed you those. I just pointed out those people just to show you that I pay attention to patterns in people's lives. Pay attention to patterns. And I know that people can either live towards the highest pattern or the lowest pattern. It's totally up to you where you're going to go with it. And even if you go down the low channel, the low level, maybe that's your lesson so you can learn from it and then move forward after. Sometimes you got to take a step back in order to move forward. You know what I'm saying? That's like doing the hustle. Oh, big up to Mercedes. Oh, damn, I didn't see you, Mercedes. You just missed Muga. I didn't see you in here, Mercedes. I did not see you in. Mercedes been with us in the comedy world for years. And she used to work with Monteria Ivy. Big up to Mercedes. What's up? She's funny also. Matter of fact, she's a master number 11. She's born on the 29th, which is an 11. I'm telling you, Mercedes, big up to you, love. I love you, girl. Mercedes Ayala Branch, big up to you, sister. I know her children since she was a child, man. She said she just got off. Yeah, I just had Muga on, bro. So rewind it, Mercedes. And we talked about Monty. We talked about your dear friend Monty, the late, great Monteria Ivy, man. So we talk about some stuff. Will was the one that brought her into comedy and all that, and then Monty was the one that helped take her to another level, and then it just kept on going from there. So make sure you watch this, Mercedes. It's always good to see your beautiful self, and you've helped me out a lot too throughout my life. Thank you very much for being that beautiful spirit that you are, making me laugh. We making each other laugh, and sometimes hanging out at different parties or comedy clubs. Love you much, Muga. Love you much all the time. Mercedes. Of course, I love Muga, but Mercedes, I love you much. You know that. Peace. Let me get ready to get on out of here, family. Let's again support Muga Phoenix. Make sure you support Muga Phoenix. Go look at my first video for today that I put up on the Numerovation menu of life. It's a brief breakdown, but it's very helpful for you to understand what I do or what other various numerologists do. And it's infinite amount of information, because I got books upon books just here, but remember, at my house, I got books upon books over there too. So, I study, I incorporate everything that I've studied and bring it into numerovation. You know what I'm saying? Yes. Thank you, Mr. Poetic Just, Miss Poetic Just. Big up to you, sister. Thank you very much. Thank you. Daryl Maddox, thank you very much for all of y'all tuning in. I'm going to get ready to get off because I haven't eaten yet, and my dear family member has made some food, but I do have to shout out these beautiful sponsors that are with me. And if you want to advertise your business, very reasonable price. I do a show every Wednesday and Sunday if I'm not traveling or anything. And then sometimes I do special reports, like I got a special report show coming up on real estate soon. So I want to make sure that all of you who have a business, don't be afraid to advertise. Remember, family, sometimes there's other places that cost too much. Utilize the YouTube channels that you enjoy. Brother Rich, if you're into the metaphysics, what Brother Rich put out and the various other subjects, like I advertise on Brother Rich all the time, because advertisement doesn't pay, it costs. I'm sorry, that's the wrong way. Advertisement doesn't cost, it pays. That's our old saying. Advertisement doesn't cost, it pays, because look at the big conglomerates that's out there constantly advertising their product. You think that the big wigs of McDonald's or Kentucky Fried Chicken or Louisiana Chicken is looking at these commercials? No, they just throw the advertisement out there, know their demographics, who they're trying to reach, and boom, the people are coming. When McDonald's was only serving thousands of people, then went up to 1 million people, and then when they put themselves in the Caribbean and put themselves in China and in different parts of the world, they serve 1 billion people through advertisement, marketing. So don't be afraid to advertise and market your products on different shows like mine, like Brother Rich, like Sonetta TV, if that's what you're into, like Yadamin television broadcast with Rod Digger, Lord Jamal, or Brother Godfrey. Don't be afraid to advertise on people like Urban X. Our community supports each other. I realize that they do support. They supported much. Shahrazad Ali wants to thank all of you that supported and gave money to her cause and gave money to the elder, and everybody else that have came on here. The Ashwa Quazis, all the great ones, always thank me and thank you and all the audience. So let me get ready to get out of here. It's about to become 8 o'clock. Let me make sure I play these commercials, run these commercials down. I'm about to create a commercial cluster. So once again, family, thank Muga. Muga, the actress and comedian. Cash App is Adinkara. Make sure you hit her up on a Cash App. Also, hit her up on Instagram at Just Muga and Facebook at Muga Phoenix. Now, you don't need to see me no more. Let me give you these commercials. Let me run them off for you right now, because you don't need to see I no more. And if you do want to send me any money, I appreciate if you use Cash App. That's $ King Simon 3158. Do not use Super Chat because they've been chatting off with my money. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? So I'm not going to get into all of that with them. I love and respect what my people have to offer. Even if you did Super Chat, it is what it is. Just want to remind y'all that this coming Sunday, we have this coming Wednesday, we have Kendall Cobb. On Wednesday, the hypnotherapist. If you want to find out about hypnotherapy, well, not this coming Wednesday. We might not do anything this coming Wednesday. That's March the 10th. I was thinking about doing an interview, so I may still do it. I just got to confirm the people. Hypnotherapist is coming in on March the 14th. That's a Sunday. On March the 17th, we have Audrey Rumbers, physicist and Audronite creator. She deals with Oregon energy. Also, we have acupuncturist and educator Dr. MJ coming in on March the 21st. Spiritual teacher A Genesis coming on March the 24th, and naturopath and teacher Dr. Nalani Valentine coming in on March the 31st. And on the 28th, because that's a special guest, I'm trying to confirm. I'm going to be texting him next. It's a brother, and he speaks on women's history, women's business, and children's business. So why it's important to start, because he made his first million at the age of 14. So we're going to be speaking to that brother. Also, please support my daughter's great cup she has here. Yes, that's my daughter's little cup. Oh, that's my little girl's mug. She probably said, "Come on, Dad, stop playing." That's what she's probably saying right now. But if you want to get a nice mug to drink out of that means something, that says something, please hit up my daughter's new tea mug and merch with her Yasira pink art. And of course, and that's teesprings.com/Yasira pink art exclusive. Make sure you hit her up and show her some love, because she's about this business now. And also our dear friend, this sister right here, make sure you support pedalwise.com. Get that 10% off with Pedalwise. Use King 2021 at pedalwise.com and get those natural products for you ladies. Brothers, if you know sisters are suffering from fibroids or womb problems and breast problems and all that type of stuff, you can actually go through this website and get a consultation or get some of the products to help her. But I suggest get a consultation first for our sisters. Happy Women's History Month to all you sisters. I think they got a Women's History Month special going on there too. Also, you want to do my classes. My classes are coming up when I get back into New York. I will be teaching my class because I need my chalkboard. I need to teach on my chalkboard and really break down the numbers. Where I'm going to pre-record all of them, and then I'm going to sell the 9 pre-recorded, and the 10th one will be a Q&A that I will do live on a private link. That the 10th class will be a live Q&A that I will do with everyone that paid. I'm usually looking for only 19 to 20 people to come in my class per class. So, but because I'm going to pre-tape and pre-order, any amount of y'all can buy the pre-tape and pre-recordings that I'm going to be putting out. It's going to be awesome because I'm going to be teaching that bath method, which is going to be an awesome method because I'm actually devising this Numerovational course and to learn the bath method, which means looking beyond the numbers, around the number, tracking the numbers, and hearing the numbers. Also, if you want to get the basics and the intermediate class, go to Lloyd-Strayhorn.com. That's Lloyd-Strayhorn.com. That's one of my teachers, astronumerologist, the master of astronumerology. Although he don't like to be called a master, just like I don't like to be called a master. So world-renowned astronumerologist is good for him. You know, we want to keep it simple. If you want to do a Numerovation session with me, you could also text me your full name and date of birth to 347-496-1022. And please use WhatsApp if you live outside of the United States. If you live outside of the United States, use WhatsApp if you live outside of the United States. Not outside of the state, outside of the United States, like the Caribbeans, like Canada, like England. If you live in those parts, then use WhatsApp. Do not use WhatsApp if you live here, because I can't really text you back if you don't live. If you live in the outside the United States, you got to use WhatsApp. It's better for me. Okay. Here is Miss Janelle Lewis. If you want that real estate, if you want to be consulted give her a text or call her at 347-496-1022. That's 347-496-1022. Big up one of my girls in the Vibes line, the one, the only, the 1,000,000 adornments, the one, the only, Empress Aisha Amor. Big up to her all the time. Whatever she's doing it. She got some great earrings. She got some other great products about to come out. Make sure you support her. Make sure you show her love and all of that. Don't forget, get the book. This was my first book that I ever put out. No promotion is bad promotion, and all publicity is good publicity. Just spell my name right. It was first called No Promotion is Bad Promotion. Just spell my name right. Then I remixed it and added the next chapter. So this book is out there. Also, this book is Numbers Are Simple, People Are Complicated. This book is Numbers Are Simple, Our Children's Health is Important. And don't forget this new book, the Numerovation for Mental Stability, the Numerational Guide to Recognizing Mental Instability and Staying Motivated. And I think that's it. One more thing. Here we go. Boom. Content disclaimer: the views, comments, and opinions expressed by guest speakers or authors on this YouTube channel do not necessarily reflect or represent the views and opinions held by this channel's broadcasters and its sponsors. Parental guidance is advised. Thank you, family. Once again, let me close out with this last commercial, but I want to close out with this prayer. And please support Dr. Delbert Blair's website. You know, I'm constantly supporting the Baba. He's my brother. He was one of my teachers. And if you do want to support him, go to this website. That's the metacenter2.com. That's the metacenter2.com to support his legacy. Brother Tony and the staff will take care of you. ELF Protectors, his books. He has like 3 to 4 books that Dr. Blair wrote before or transcribed into books that he did before he passed on, and products. So make sure you support Dr. Blair. And I'm going to close out with this prayer. Here's the prayer that Dr. Blair gave all of us. And back in the day, he used to tell all of his students to say this prayer every Tuesday at 12 o'clock so that the energy, the resonant energy from the prayer can help out the planet. So let's close out with the prayer. 1, 2, 3. Jali, 2. Are you ready? Let's do it. Please, Universal Creator, know in my heart that I love you. Please protect me and this planet on which I live now. Please open my mind, my spirit, and my soul to receive only truth and your love now. Thank you, Dr. Blair. Thank you, Dr. Blair. Thank you, Dr. Blair. Those who want to link up with me on Linktree, go to my Linktree. That's King Simon the Numerovator, or email me at IamKingSimon@gmail. The Linktree, once again, is King Simon the Numerovator. You can find all my links to all my books, everything, my website, all that you want to get, my merch. And you can still email me at IamKingSimon@gmail. Let me close out of here. Have a great day, afternoon, or evening, wherever you are. Stay focused, stay healthy, stay alive, stay reminded that you are God having a human experience. Remember that as I close out with my commercial, which was done by Sister Keisha. Big up to Sister Keisha all the time from Straight Black Talk. Peace. Hey, this is King Simon. Remember, make sure you go to my website, KingSimonProductions.wordpress.com. That's KingSimonProductions.wordpress.com, or Linktree at King Simon the Numerovator. Get all 4 of my books, and of course, that's the Numerovation for Mental Stability. Numbers are simple, people are complicated. Numbers are simple, children's health is important, and no promotion is bad promotion. Just spell my name right. Make sure you get them now on all my links. That's KingSimonProductions.wordpress.com. Go now.